Hello everyone, dear friends. This is boosthockey with you. And today I'm going to show you exercises that you can do for a warm-up. These exercises will focus on mobility. You can also use these exercises to warm up. In this case, I will be using a foam roller, which I'll use to loosen up my muscles a bit, make them softer and more elastic so I'm ready for training. Right now, I'm rolling out my back using our foam roller. I usually start with this because after sleeping or after a long day, if the workout is in the evening, my back suffers a bit, so that's why I do it this way. Next, we start from the very bottom. First, we roll out the calves a little just to feel them. The first option, as you may have seen, is to start with one leg. The second option is to cross one leg over the other to increase the pressure. Then we roll out the other leg. Again, you can try crossing one leg over the other to apply more pressure. Now we move up a little higher. Next, we roll out the back of the thigh. One leg then the other. As for the timing and duration of this rolling, that depends on you. It's all about personal preference. Some people need very little time. For example, as you can see in the video, I don't need much time to roll out and feel my muscles. Someone else might need more time. Next, you may notice that we've moved to the right side of the glutes. I'm rolling out my right leg. Naturally, I cross it over my left leg. I turn slightly and shift my body weight to the right side to roll out the right glute. Then, I do the same movement on the left side. Accordingly, I need to turn a little and lean to the left so I can do this. We've already worked on the back. If you haven't done the back yet, you can do it now. I did it first. Next, we move on to the front part. On the front side, if you have the calf muscle in the back, on the front you have a small muscle on the outer side that you can also roll out. And again, for some people this might be too painful. For me, it's comfortable and doesn't cause any discomfort. I like to roll out this muscle, as you can see, using my hands for support, and I also roll out both at the same time. Next, we move to a higher point, the front surface of the thigh. I'm rolling out my right leg, supporting myself with my hands, and using my left leg to help. Then again, switch legs. After rolling out both legs, now we're going to work on the outer side of our thigh. So, as you can see, I support myself with my right hand, place the roller under my right leg, and with the help of my left leg for support, I also successfully start rolling out my muscle. Great. Next, we'll do the left leg. I've rolled out both legs. Now the inner thigh is left. I lie face down like this and place my leg over the roller. We do the same for the right side. Excellent. That's it for the roll. Next, we'll move on to some stretching exercises and a bit of joint mobility work. You can also perform these beneficial exercises later in a more static and sustained form, perhaps after your main and most intensive workout session. However, quite often, in order to thoroughly prepare your muscles and joints, making them truly ready for the demanding work ahead, all of these essential preparatory steps are meticulously completed and performed well in advance of any actual physical training session. Here, you simply spread your legs as wide as you can and move forward and backward to feel the stretch in your inner adductor muscles. Next, you have the option with a straightened leg. That is, you kneel on one leg, straighten the other, and in this way, it's already a more active version, not a static one. As you may have noticed, I performed the previous exercise in a less static way because in order for your muscles to be ready for work, for stretching and contracting, it's preferable to prepare them for this work with active movements, not with some passive static motion. Next, we'll stretch the front of the thigh a little. You can raise your opposite arm up and lean slightly to the right. This way you'll get more of a stretch. As you can see, I'm bouncing a bit to make it less static as well. Switch sides, do the same thing on the other side. Excellent. Now tuck one of your legs under yourself and gently activate to stretch your glute muscle, in this case the right leg. Again, you can either rest on your elbows or your hands. That is, also use small springy movements. So in this case, I'm not sure how well you can see it on the video. I'm doing this to the right side and I'm stretching this muscle more actively. Do the same thing on the other side. Amazing. Our next exercise will be a bit of a mix for the inner adductor muscles in the back of the thigh. Here, it's really up to personal preference. Personally, I sometimes like to mix these movements so that my warm-up is more dynamic. There you go. As you can see, I first go to one leg, bounce a couple of times, then to the other leg, and also to the center. Our next movement is called 90-90. Why is it called 90-90? Because that's the angle of Ura, the angle in the knee joint of one leg and the other leg. 3, 2, 0. When you comfortably sit yourself down in our 90-90 position, there's one critically important detail to always remember. You absolutely need to be completely in the very next exercise. I will clearly show you fully and entirely turn toward your front leg, ensuring proper alignment and maximum benefit from the movement. So you've sat down in our 90-90 position, and now my pelvis, the pelvic area, needs to turn toward the right leg. But before we move on to that, we'll do a slightly more dynamic joint warm-up. Our movement will start with the back leg. So as you can see in the video, I'm showing that the left leg should go first and then the right leg will follow. So left leg first, now the right. Accordingly, it's always the back leg that starts our movement. This is a good dynamic exercise for warming up the joints. The next More advanced option, don't rely on your hands anymore. Keep your hands in front of you. This slightly limits our mobility, but that's even better. We'll be more warmed up and ready to work. Now, as I've already mentioned, our pelvis should be fully turned toward our front leg, which in this case for me is the right leg. With this kind of movement, we lift the front leg and try to place the knee down first. So we lift it up. The knee touches the ground first, then the lower part of the leg or ankle or the lower part of the leg, and the knee touch the ground at the same time. The main point. Make sure that your ankle doesn't touch the surface first. Next, we move on to the back, the work of the back leg. You gently lift your back leg, carefully bringing it into this precise kind of angled position. And then, once again, the knee is truly the very first part that should delicately touch the mat, ensuring a soft landing. So you do it like this. The number of repetitions here is up to you. Do 6 to 10 repetitions, however many you prefer. Front leg, back leg. Next, we have a slightly modified third exercise using the back leg. Try not to lean back too much. Again, there will be some backward movement, but make sure it's not excessive and that you're not compensating for the movement. Just like with our fourth movement, you also bring your leg forward, straighten it, and when it comes back, try to avoid letting your ankle hit the ground first if possible. So bring it forward, turn it, and return it back. Each of these exercises I'll repeat should be done for 6 to 10 repetitions. As you can see, we've already switched sides. Turn your pelvis toward the front leg, lift it up, and lower it down. As I show in the video, try not to lean back too much so you don't compensate for the movement of our muscle by increasing the angle. In other words, try to lean slightly toward the leg that's in front. Now we will gracefully move on to our second movement, where the back leg is actively working and fully engaged. Again, I want to clarify that you can do this mobility exercise before getting on the ice, which will help you a lot. Also, if you're working on mobility, you can train it after being on the ice as well. I use this exercise for mobility training, or more precisely, as a warm-up. Thank you. This was Boost Hockey with you. See you next time.